Whole lot of gang shit. Bow, ground, flip. Slick, hold up, slick. Blood, baby, this the blood. I don't use my hand, I let the blood. These are match to make you blood. I can mix any nigga hit the grip. I'ma let my hip tuck. Put a quarter in the dick, you gotta clip, y'all. Beat, ooh. And the clip is CEE too. What all do you want from me? ARs and them 223. Fucking around with me, you see I'm hot, I'm 500 degrees. Heard he caught a body, what that does not mean shit to me. Got two on me, Blood game.
What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and we're outside. What are you doing, Higgsy? And yes, we've got a fresh trim. I know you noticed that. Nah, for real. Nowadays, I don't know what I'm doing with this trim. It's just like high fade, barcode type trim on the front, trying to get lean, trying to look like an athlete so the hair's got a match. But yo, I hope you're having a good day, everyone. For those of you new to this channel is all about following my football journey. Obviously before growing up at an academy, suffering a big injury there, but eventually coming back after 18 months, signing a pro contract, then actually getting released from the club, and of course suffering my second major knee injury. So it's quite a unique journey in the sense that I've had two major injuries, but I feel like this story is relatable, getting released, suffering setbacks. So now we're on the journey to just improving as much as we can as a player. Now today is quite a sick day, or this is the day before quite a big day for me, because tomorrow I am going to be playing in my first competitive match since having this massive injury. Since my 18 months out, my body's slowly getting used to match fitness, all the different turns, my hips, my groins, all those things that like when you are match fit, you just take for granted and you don't understand. And again, just my knees getting used to everything again. But tomorrow we've got our first competitive game, and then after that we're into our league matches. So pre-season is pretty much done. Now, even though physically I'm slowly getting to where I want to be, I want to honestly still improve all of that. Fitness, strength, power, speed. Technically, I'm now at a point where I'm playing games again, so I can look at myself as a player and really start to pick out things I want to improve and start to add that into my training program. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. Nah, this fly. That's why you check your shoulders before you start recording. Always check your shoulders. But for real, pre-season for me wasn't really about getting all those extra sessions in to improve those little things. It was just about getting through the minutes, letting my body recover, making sure I didn't overdo it. We're now becoming more robust as an athlete, as a player, so we can start looking at those small things, doing more technical sessions and trying to get back to a more full-time training program. And I feel like I can now start doing that. So that's exciting, but we're actually just out on a random field right now. Day before the game, I want to loosen my legs off, do a bit of stretching, bit of jogging, all that type of stuff, nothing too crazy. I'll talk you through what I'm going to be eating the day before, and then of course quite quickly onto the actual match day, the highlights. So thank you all for being here, man. It's going to be a sick one, so yeah, let's go.
Locked up on Christmas, ain't get to see my niggas, ain't get to hug my mama, couldn't even give her no kisses, can't even post on my Instagram, cause these pussy niggas be snitching, everybody acting suspicious, might probably say that I'm tripping, when I'm all alone in my jail cell, I tend to get in my feelings, and all I smoke is that loud, don't pass me no midget, I'ma smoke all of my pain away, cause the only thing they gon' hit it, I don't understand you women who go around pretending as if they really fuck with me. So I love them all from a distance. But the same bitch said she down the ride, be the main one who tricking. Got my limits of promethazine, cause every time I wake up in the morning, I got her on my mind. AK-47, man.
Right, so we're gonna put the camera down and we're just gonna have a bit of a stretch. We've loosened our legs off a little bit, and I wanted to speak to you about something that I actually picked up on, and reflecting back at my time at an academy, something that I feel like a lot of players can relate to. And for those of you that have watched the Tottenham Hotspur documentary that's recently been released, if you haven't, go watch it. For those of you that have never been in a professional environment, even myself, like I don't class myself as ever really being a professional player. Even though I signed a year contract, I was just like a young pro, so it doesn't really count the same. I've never really been in a professional changing room or anything like that. One thing that Jose Mourinho says all the time to his players, which you may have picked up on if you watch it, is there's nothing that can happen in the game that can affect your confidence levels. I was thinking about that a lot, and for me, coming back from my injury when I was at Norwich, Obviously beforehand, I didn't realise at the time, but things were going really well for me. Before I got injured, I won 2 Players of the Year awards. I was playing up multiple age groups. I feel like confidence levels aren't something that affect you too much when you are really, really young. But coming back from the injury, I think it all started from the thought in my head, will I come back the same? Will I come back? Will I be as fast? Will I come back? Will I still be as good? And with the club changing a lot at that current moment, with there being like not many coaches in the club that knew me before I got injured, it was a thought in my head, and I definitely struggled really, really hard with confidence levels. But confidence is something that I definitely, this time round, want to have a ton of confidence. But yeah, confidence levels is something that this time round, bro, I'm just going to go for it, man. Like with my football, I'm at a point where I'm just going to push myself as much as I can each and every day when appropriate, train properly, train hard, and whatever happens, happens. Like there's no pressure. Like I feel like when you're in an academy, there is pressure because all your parents are like, when are you going to get your chance in the first team, all of this. I feel like I've got to the point now, I've suffered 2 ACL injuries. No one expects anything of me. It's actually the opposite. People are like, Higgsy's done. Nah, we're not done. We are not done. If something big happens again, then so be it. But we're going to be working hard. And I feel like the motivation for me now is just no one expects anything. So whatever happens is a bit of a bonus. So yeah, anyway, we're probably going to just jog home now. Then a bit of a stretch, some dynamic work, some mobility, just jog home, have some food. Carbon up a bit heavier the day before, so I don't like to eat too much on the day because I don't like to feel too heavy, and then yeah, chill for the night, do my streaming and stuff, and yeah, game day tomorrow, man. So let's go. Right, so we're now going to jump into my game highlights. Now, one thing I need to remember for myself is I haven't actually been back that long at all, and yes, I've jumped into games. We haven't been training that much because our fixtures are crazy, and I'm slowly starting to build up the minutes. This is one of my first 90 minutes, so that was really interesting. I definitely am too hard on myself. Like I need to remember, like I've been out 18 months. There's so many things that I want to work on, but we're going to watch this game against an Ipswich under-23s. This isn't a league game. I've got a ton of league footage coming up soon. Our first league game wasn't actually recorded, but I'm kind of a bit behind or ahead of schedule, I guess. I've got videos coming, but my main focus has been on football, just making sure everything's right. I don't want to just be focusing on recording videos, getting them uploaded, when my main focus has to be on making sure I return the right way. So anyway, we're going to jump into these highlights against quite an athletic, young, good Ipswich under-23 side. So yeah, I knew it would be a test. I knew that I wouldn't be able to just run past with my pace as easy against this team as other teams in my actual league. But yeah, anyway, let's see how we do. Right, by the way, this is completely uncut. Every single highlight, the good, the bad. All right, first. Okay, right then, in my head, I was like, right, let's test this fullback straight away. Like, thinking about it, I could have taken a touch here. Like, just taken a touch there, then maybe turned him up. If my touch was better to get past him here, I definitely would have beat him. But it was pretty poor. Right here, you can see they're trying to play. Right there, I should have headed it into my striker. He wins it back. He does well, to be fair. Here I'm looking to turn, cut inside, beat that player. In the end, it doesn't really come to much. Let's take that back, actually. Okay, so right here, as soon as I took that touch, driving like that hip, I knew straight away it was either to knock it through him because he was so stationary and just run round him. But then I realised it opened up there, and I want to learn to drive more at goal. Like I want to try get more goals. Like, I want to shoot more, and it's something I definitely need to work on. But yeah, you see I cut inside. If we take it back just a little bit. We cut inside. In the end, I probably should have looked to combine or just do something. But I was under a lot of pressure. Maybe there, just turn back and keep it, you know. It's not always on. Just running in behind. Again here, I'm looking to support. Do I get it here? I think I do. Look to face him up. Get a yard. Cross it in. I'm not too disappointed with that. The cross could have been better, and at the same time, there wasn't loads of people in the box. In my head, I'm trying to switch up on the fullback, so he doesn't fully know what I'm going to do. So I'll take a quick touch, show that I can whip it with my left, drive it his right, come left, cross. To be fair, 2 people. Maybe I should have stood that one up instead of gone across. Alright, a hard one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is it. Oh, Higgsy, man. That's so disappointing. That is disappointing. As a winger, you'll know, like, first of all, I'll probably let it go too wide. I probably should have tried to get it, like, run it, cut in, like here. I should have touched it more towards him. If my touch is good here, I'm literally one-on-one on the goal. Instead, I let it go wider. Look, I let it go so wide. And then that guy's come back. The small things like that, obviously at the time, I probably didn't realise. But I need to try to be more direct. If I take the touch earlier, just beat him. And then at the same time, like, I don't... He defends it alright. I definitely could have got that cross in there. I delayed it a little bit. But you don't always get a ton of those opportunities. I've realised that. Especially when you're not in an academy. When you're playing in a level where everyone's about playing pretty football, you get loads of 1v1s. You don't get it the same in these leagues. Nice. Keep the ball well. Looking for 1-2. Didn't get it. That must be a foul, surely. Let's take that back. I didn't mind that. The ball comes into me. You can't see it too well after this. By the way, that was bad for me, just losing the ball. But right here, control the ball well. Cut inside. Look for 1-2s. In the end, he holds the ball up well, to be fair. I think we score from this, actually. No, it's not from this one. Oh, he's in. Am I in? No? I don't know whether that's the angle, but it looks like I could have got there. Nice little run, though. Good pass as well, really. Nice. My touch. I don't know, boys. What do you think? That was kind of a... to be fair, I've done well to control that. Because it's come straight at me here. Oh, dude. To be fair, that little bit of pace from him. Yeah. So not too bad. Where are we? Where are we? We're on the wing. You can't really see us. There I am. Nice. Looking for it back. He unfortunately loses it. Doesn't really come to much. All good, all good. Where am I? Here, I'm on the ball. Just keeping it. Again, these clips are everything, boys. So, like, I'm not going to cut out the worst clips because at the end of the day, I want you boys to be a part of the journey. To be fair, that's a good area. We're under pressure. I'm just getting after it. That big... Bro, I'm literally going to cut that post off, man. It's in the way of the recording. Yes, 1v1. Oh, I feel like I don't use this well. You can't see me. No, Higgsy, what is that? You absolute plum. Okay, I remember this one. Basically, I'm like building up my speed, building, but he didn't even commit. He was backing off. So like, I was expecting him to come towards me and then I'd use my speed to just get around him. He's backing off well. At that point, I just need to be like, okay, just chill. Like, just keep getting him into the box and then look to do something. You can't see it too well because of the post, but I keep like pushing. And in the end, look, at that point, I'm going so quick. He's backing off. I just need to keep backing him up into the box instead of just trying to beat him, you know? If he's going to keep backing off, and in the end, that was, yeah, pretty bad. 2 1v1 chances. I could have definitely done better. Here, I'm just tracking back. That would probably have been a foul. Where am I? Okay, this is going to be harder to watch. I'm left wing here. Shoving the ball up. Try and get in front of the man. He does well to... Yeah, that was their winger, so he's pretty quick. I'm just keeping hold of it now. Looking to see if I can create anything, combine. In the end, I just keep it. Play it to the fullback. We're looking to play. We were 1-0 up at this point, actually. So earlier when I said I think we scored from that, we did actually score from that, the play after. But obviously it didn't show because these are just my clips. Bad touch. Higgsy. Bad touch. Actually, we're not going to go back for that. We don't want people to see it. It wasn't really a bad touch. I just should have been stronger. 1v1. Looking to make something happen. There's 2 of them on me. Not really much on. Again, against like fit, young, athletic teams like this, it will be like you will get less 1v1s, especially because like the wingers will get around a lot. And they'll make it they'll make it 2v1s. I definitely found that. Again, I'm on the left. Good tackle from them. To be fair, I've definitely had a few opportunities where I could have done a little bit better, 100%. But I feel like, see, I'm just trying to think of my mindset during the game at this point. Was I pissed off with myself? I don't know. Nice little touch there, just keeping it simple. Again, here we go. This is Higgsy. This is my territory. I see the overlap run. In the end, I cut inside. Keep it simple. I feel like I've had a few times where I didn't lose it in a 1v1, but I didn't make anything happen. So I'm now just trying to switch it up a bit. It's me on the edge. All right, here we go. Counter attack maybe. The guy comes across. I think this is where I just cut him in and just beat him. See, that's a situation that I love being in. End product. What do you think, boys? Pretty poor. Pretty poor. I love being in these situations. So the guy's coming across. Like, give me 1 yard and I'll just run. I'll just use that yard and just explode into the space. I'll wait for this guy to fully commit. There. And then bang. Just inside. Right here. I should have just kept running, bro. I should have just kept running and I could have probably slid him in. In the end, I do look for the early one. To the striker. Yeah. That's not the best. Let's be honest. And again, someone like I want to be getting more shots off. And I definitely could have dribbled that further in. Passed it. Maybe got it back. Then got a shot. Then that's just me closing down. They win a goal kick from that. Again, another good situation here. Let's see what we do. Cutting in. Get across him maybe. 1-2. Could have shot there. Should have potentially shot there. But that weren't too bad. That weren't too bad. Let's go back a little bit. Right here, I'd had enough of like not actually getting much end product. I just wanted to cut in and try and create something and shoot. So I cut in. The guy's got hold of me, so it slows me down. I look for the 1-2s, kind of forced into that. I could have potentially just pulled the trigger there, man. Definitely could have. Don't know what you boys think. Is it coming out to me? We keep it. I definitely... One thing I need to work on is I get a lot of scraps playing at this level. And I feel like in some of the recent games that you'll see, I haven't been as solid enough when there's on my back to a defender. Oh, I think I lose it here. Yeah, that's just bad, bro. Legs. I just had like a load of time on the ball. When my leg's heavy, probably an excuse. What could I have done here, boys? Let's have a look. Let's look at all the options. Ball comes to me here. I honestly feel like it's either bang there. That guy looks athletic, but if I could have just squared him up 1v1. In the end, I just let it roll. And what's that? What is that? It just like rolls into him. Like, what are you doing, Higgsy? You absolute idiot. Jesus. It's a bit scrappy. Higgsy's got the ball. This is right near the end of the game. I remember telling myself at this point, like, okay, Higgsy, this is one of your first 90 minutes. Try and stay sharp. Try and, like, mentally, sometimes I find myself, after being out for so long, like, I find myself, like, walking around. And it's like, Higgsy, snap out of this, bro. Like, be sharp. And I was actually quite happy with this. It's hard to see for you, I think. Trying to see it on the monitor. The ball comes out to me. I'm like, all right, Higgsy, create something, bro. Your legs are starting to feel it. But this is when it matters. This is when, like, you need to be sharp still. So you can see here, I do a lot of feints. Feinting him out. Nutmeg him. Coming inside. Looking to shoot. Nothing comes. Look to combine. And yeah, I mean, the main thing for me was just like, for me, I know that if I get a yard, I can power through that space. I just need to be better at creating that yard and knowing like what direction to work in and then how to create more shots and opportunities. Like basically working effectively. This one here, I was like 2v1'd again. Obviously, this was right near the end of the game, so they were one goal ahead at this point. So like, I create that little yard, feint down the line, cut inside. Good bit of work there. I want to look to shoot. It did bobble up a bit. To be fair, I definitely have been working on like my combination play recently, and it's getting better. And just being able to cut in and combine helps you create shots. Here, I'll just keep the ball on the edge. Louis looks to do something. Probably a foul, but yeah, made that bigger. Right. Anyway, that is my first like competitive 90 minutes of football Let me know what you think. Again, in all my highlights, I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to try show just the best bits. I'm going to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I'm hard on myself, but I've been out for a long time, and we're now starting to like actually be able to watch my game and just understand where I am as a player. Like, I didn't even know what I'd be like coming back. I had no idea. And now we can actually have footage to look at. So get in the comment section, be as hopefully a bit constructive. Don't absolutely rip me, but if you want to rip me, go for it. Try and be constructive with it. I'll take all of it on board. I really appreciate any support, advice, etc. in the comments. Thank you so much for the support. New videos coming more regularly, so drop a like, subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.